Get your current card today. Get paid early with faster direct deposits because with Current, you can get paid up to 2 days early when you sign up for direct deposit with your Current Premium account. Now, every time you swipe your Current debit card, you also can be earning points that turn into cash. And skip those overdraft fees with their overdrive feature, which lets you overdraft up to $200 with no overdraft fees, so you're covered. Click the link in the description box to get started now. Hey guys, welcome back to the Sweet Pea Diaries. It's your girl Sweet Pea, and I'm back with another video. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back to my channel. And if you are a new subscriber, welcome to the Sweet Pea Diaries. Be sure to like this video, share this video, but most importantly, be sure to subscribe to the channel. All right, so this is a little after party from the videos that we did earlier. If you guys just want to have a little open chat, a little open discussion about Kenneth Petty, Nicki Minaj, Jennifer Hough. Now, the rules to this live. If you come in, I'm going to ask that you be respectful on both ends, okay? If you are team Nicki and Kenny, you're entitled to that. If you are team Jen, you are entitled to that. But I'm going to ask that you be respectful. If you cannot be respectful and you get disrespectful, you're going to be immediately blocked. All right. So if you want to have an adult conversation, then this is going to be a great live. I would love to be able to pick everybody's brain and from both camps and get you guys' opinion as to what you think is going to happen with this. What are your thoughts about it? How do you feel about it? How do you feel about Kenny? The accusations against him and Nicki. How do you feel about Jen? Do you feel that this is her trying to get money? Whatever your opinion is, I am welcoming it. But when you get disrespectful and you start coming at me personally and disrespecting me, then you're going to be blocked. So, because what I don't understand is if you have an opinion, you are entitled to it. But why do you have to get personal? I don't think that you understand my position in this. I am team Jen because she is a victim. The situation that happened with her and Kenny. I am not team Nicki or Kenny, and I'm not team Jen because Jen is against Nicki and them, and I don't like them. I am erring on the side of Jennifer because of the experience that she had with Kenny. That's what makes me more sympathetic to her. Will it affect my life? No. Am I going to lose any sleep if she doesn't win the lawsuit? No. Like, that's what I need people to understand. It doesn't affect our life either way. So I don't know why people get so bent out of shape. Like, that's what I don't understand. Why you got to disrespect me? You don't know me. I don't know you. Why you coming so hard at me? Because I'm doing an update and I'm providing you with information. What you getting all worked up for? If you believe that she filed this lawsuit or filed this case against them because she want money, you're entitled to that. Just say that and roll out. What do you got to get all disrespectful for? This is what makes the bars, this what makes you guys look bad because you get crazy for nothing. It don't have to be personal. So what's your take on Nicki Minaj, Kenneth Petty, and Jen? What I don't like is that people put out false narratives. We got now people saying, I heard Nicki, she's suing bloggers for defamation. So you better be careful. They're going to sue you. What are they going to sue me for? I'm not defaming anybody's character. I have not lied on anyone. I am reading from court documents and offering my commentary, which is my First Amendment right, freedom of speech. You need to go get educated on defamation before you start throwing that out there. Every blogger that has reported on this case has nothing to worry about if they have not defamed anyone. Please go get educated. When people say Jen does not have any evidence, let me explain that. If you know anything about lawsuits and you know how lawsuits are handled, if Jen did not have a leg to stand on with her case, it would not have made it as far as it made it in the courts. We have read two cases in particular, one against Cardi B and one against Nicki Minaj, that were frivolous lawsuits filed by two individuals, two separate individuals. And it did not make it past the preliminary stages. The judge threw it out of court because it was frivolous. It had no merit. They had no evidence to back up their claims. When you file a lawsuit, there are intentions that you got to have. There are certain elements that you have to satisfy with the courts for your case to move through the court system. The fact that it made it that long, Jennifer is the one that voluntarily dismissed her case because it had jurisdictional issues. What they were specifically and what the ins and outs were, they did not explain that in the court documents. They just said that there were jurisdiction issues. Okay. When people say she didn't show any evidence, I keep telling you, this is not the first 48. This is not, YouTube is not the court of law. What you think things should be and how things should go, that is not how they go in court. So let's explain the court case. When you are filing evidence and presenting evidence, that's done during the discovery phase. Jennifer's case did not make it to the discovery phase for any evidence to be shown. She showed preliminary evidence to support her case, which is the exhibits and things that we saw so far in the case. The information that they presented to us, the text messages, the screenshots of the Instagram with Black with the gun on his hip, on his in the car on his, lap or whatever, the picture of the money. Nicki Minaj stated, and someone let me know in the chat, I might not have the words 100% accurate, but she stated that she did not call Jen, or that how did it go? She did not call Jen, or she did not communicate to Jen. She didn't reach out to Jen. What was the actual, how did she put that? Because once we got into the transcript, when the court case got underway, it was revealed that there was an exchange between Nicki Minaj and Jennifer Hough. And it was done through Black. And Nicki Minaj said that she did speak to her because she was doing what any wife would do. Now, I don't know why people want to deal with these nuances like, well, she said she went through it this way. She said that Black called her and then she put her through to Black, or it was a three-way, or it was a two-way, or it was a this way. It doesn't matter how it went or what they communicated. They clearly spoke to one another. How the fuck it happened doesn't matter. Y'all get hung up on technicalities, a word or a sentence. That doesn't mean anything. The fact that they spoke, period, they spoke to one another. When somebody said that, they said they didn't speak to one another, that she didn't speak to her. She didn't talk to her on the phone. She didn't have no communication with her. I thought that that's what the narrative was on that side. And then when the court transcripts were revealed, she actually did have conversation with Jennifer. Jennifer did provide exhibits and evidence all that was required of her at that moment. We don't have full discovery because we didn't get to the discovery. So you don't have evidence on either side. You only have preliminary exhibits to support your reason for filing a lawsuit. Nicki Minaj's side showed the LexisNexis report showing the phone number that a particular text message that Jen sent saying that the marshals were at her door. They provided proof that showed that that was Jennifer's phone number. They showed her LexisNexis report, matched that number up that was on that report, matched it up to a text message, and said, that's her number. They said, based off that, we are ruling to dismiss or throw the lawsuit out as frivolous or no merit or whatever, because they were trying to show that it was a money grab, that she was trying to do things for money. So each side was having little supporting exhibits for their individual arguments. But you have to go, you can't say shit just because it sounds good. Oh, if you know anything, everyone all of a sudden is, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a paralegal. I'm not, and I just read and apply common sense after doing research as to what this type of court document means and what does this type of court document mean, and do the research. That's what I do. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a legal professional, but there are a lot of things that after I research and put them together, it is what court documents and historical court information shows that I'm correct. So I'm not going to be sued by anybody because I'm not saying anything that is not public or my opinion or commentary or court documents. You have to go and find out what defamation is. Defamation means that you tell a lie and your intention is malicious. Your intent is to hurt someone, ruin their character. Defamation means that I said a statement that affected Nicki Minaj's revenue, her person, her image. I affected her bag. Please, I have done no videos that have affected Nicki Minaj. She out here doing videos, blicky blicky, doing songs, blicky blicky, Corey Ray, and all these damn people. I am not affecting her bag. She's not affected by any bloggers on YouTube. If she is suing someone for defamation, I have an idea who it is, but it definitely is not the Sweet Pea Diary. So you can hold your breath on that one. You can wait on it. We have not said anything to defame anyone, but these are the people that are so self-righteous. You guys know so much about court, law, proceedings. Like, come on. Jennifer Hough, she had a leg to stand on in court, which is why her case was not thrown out by the court. It was not thrown out by the judge. It wasn't thrown out. She voluntarily dismissed her court case herself. She dropped it herself. Either way, is it going to make or break you? Is it going to hurt you or affect you at the end of the day if Jennifer doesn't win, or if Nicki Minaj doesn't prevail? Is it going to affect you? No. Now, what do you have to say about Kenneth Petty stating that he didn't know anything about the 2004 SORNA? He didn't know anything about that. He was in jail. He didn't know that he was listed as a level 2 offender. He had no knowledge of that. His rights were violated. All of these things. And then now we find that there are court transcripts to show that he was actually at the hearing and that he agreed to everything that was told to him. What do we have to say about that? Oh, that doesn't have nothing to do with Nicki Minaj. That's Kenneth. Well, then Nicki Minaj shouldn't even be involved in this. Nicki Minaj should have stayed out of this. She was dating Kenny before she was married to Kenny. They was up there on Queen Radio. That subject didn't even have to come up. How did we get to that? How did we even get there? How did that topic even come up? How did this even come up? Somebody drop in the chat and let me know that. Some of the smart people. Let's see if you're going to be honest enough to have this conversation? How did this even come up? How did this lawsuit become a thing? How did this conversation become public? Who revealed this? How did this get revealed to the public? If Nicki Minaj, if this has nothing to do with her, this is Kenny's shit. How did this come up? How did they start talking about this on Queen Radio that day? It had no business being a topic of discussion. It wasn't nothing to do with Nicki. She didn't have any, this wasn't her life. It was Kenny's life, his past. How did it get out into the public? And then when it did become a public thing, why did she not distance herself from that? Why would you allow your image and brand to be attached to Kenneth Petty? I wouldn't have done that. Oh, Dee Dee, I hope that your migraine gets better. But I need people to be honest about it. I need, I would like to have a conversation with the Barbs and with people that support Nicki, people that support Jen. I want to have an open dialogue tonight. I'm trying to get you guys to talk about this. I really want you to understand where I'm coming from. I don't have nothing against Nicki Minaj. I am not a Nicki Minaj. I'm not against the Barbs. I'm not against anyone. I just happen to have my opinion about the situation with Jen and Kenny. I feel like it was Jen and Kenny's business. I don't think that this should have had anything to do with Nicki Minaj. I don't understand how she came into the picture to even be threatening anyone or harassing anyone or being in a conversation where anyone is saying she's harassing and threatening. How did she get there? How did she get to this point where she's being accused of harassing and trying to coerce a victim to recant her story? Oh, I forgot. It's in the transcripts where she admitted that she was going to send her publicist to Jen to get her to help her with her story. That is in the transcripts as well. Why is she sending a publicist or agent or whoever the hell it was over to Jen to get her help with her story? Mm, that was admitted. She admitted to doing that. Give me a reasoning for that. Why would she be feeling as though it is okay to reach out to a victim and I thought I got word that you would be willing to help us. Help you do what, ma'am? What do you want her to help you do? And then y'all want to sit back and be delusional and say that she wasn't doing that. What was she doing? What was she insinuating when she said, I got word that you were willing to help us? Help us do what? You got word that you were willing to help us. Help us do what? Why is Jennifer asking for cash apps? Where was she asking for cash apps? Excuse me. This is where, see now, this is where I'm going to explain to you. If you want to be here and if you want to engage in conversation, you are more than welcome to do that. But if you're going to attack me and talk nasty to me, you're going to immediately be blocked. So you're either going to apologize for your statement or you're going to be blocked. And you won't be able to take part in the conversation. You're going to be blocked and you can get to enjoy it quietly. And every time you come back with a troll account, you'll be blocked. So you're not going to disrespect me. Why are you back again? I can be back wherever I want to be. This is my channel with over 12,000 subscribers that are here to watch me. If you don't want to have part in this conversation and you don't like me, you don't have to be here. So you're either going to apologize for being disrespectful or you're going to be blocked and you're going to go. You don't have to disrespect me. I don't know what gives you the right to think that you're going to come up in here and disrespect someone. We are adults and we can all have a conversation. We don't have to go at each other and try to go below the belt for what? So says, sweetie, because Jennifer's friend Black told Nicki Jennifer wanted to recant. Okay. And Jennifer, wait a minute. And Jennifer knew that's what the conversation was about. She's been said this. I'm not confused. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Who's confused? I'm not confused. Not confused at all. Okay, Sweet Pea, it's Jen's birthday. She put, hey, Cash App on a post. She never asked in a crude way. Lots of people do it. There's nothing. Oh, it's her birthday. Oh, it's her birthday. Happy birthday to Jen. Happy birthday. Go on over there and find out what her Cash App is and hit her up with some birthday money. If she posted her Cash App because it's her birthday, nothing wrong with that. Plenty of people post their Cash Apps on their birthday. Like, when they go low, I'm going dirty diving for them dust bunnies. Okay, so that's my whole thing. Okay, so why would you be reaching out to a victim? What do you think? You think that's appropriate to be reaching out, asking her to recant? Why would she want to recant? Recant what? There's nothing to recant. It has already been made known. Okay, this is where I want y'all to go with this. This is what I want you to know about this. I can be, sweetheart. I pay my bills, honey. And if I want to put up another GoFundMe, I will put up another one. If I want to ask my subscribers for $10,000, I'll do that. Don't worry about what I ask my people for. If I want to ask people for $20,000, I'll do it. I'll beg until the cows come home if I want to beg. I'll beg however much I want to. Y'all go ahead and hit the Cash App. Hit the Cash App. Monica, drop the Cash App so we can collect some more Cash Apps. Drop it, boo. Drop it so my people can hit me up. Do you think it's appropriate for Jennifer to also want to speak to Nicki knowing that? But I said that as well. Did I toxic? Did we not say that? I said that before. I said, and what I don't like about that, I said, if I had a chance to talk to Jennifer, I would have said to Jennifer, why would you speak with her about recanting your story? You're a victim. You don't got to recant your story for shit. Remember, I said that. I said that as well. So, yeah, we have always said, I would have never, knowing what she was calling me about, I would have not entertained that conversation. I would not have. But in my mind, I felt like she kind of, maybe she didn't know that they were going to be talking about, money or whatever. I don't know, but she was going to entertain the conversation. When she seen what they was coming with, oh, they want me to try to recant my story. They want to try to offer me some money to recant my story. She like, I'm not going to do this. Maybe she agreed to doing it. Maybe she, she might have talked. We have all been in that position. We've all been in a position like that where maybe we went into something thinking, okay, I'm going to do this, or I'm going to entertain something, or I'm going to have a conversation about something. Who knows? I don't know. I wasn't there. I can't speculate what they talked about. You know what I'm saying? How they got on the phone, how they arrived to it. I can't speculate. But what I said was, if you knew that that's what the conversation went to, you had no business. I would have not entertained that. I would have not entertained it. But then once they seen that she wasn't with it, then that's when the harassment came in, because she did not go forward with what they thought she was going to go forward with. When Nicki Minaj said, I got word that you wanted to talk to us, and then she said it wasn't no money. She never told Jen that it was about money. What else would it be about? What else would you be? What she would be doing it for free? What she would be recanting or taking back a story about something like that happening to her, she would be doing it because she liked Nicki Minaj? Because she wanted to help you? Like, what else would you be on the phone with Nicki Minaj about? And she did say that. She said nothing ever happened during the call and Nicki was very nice. When we read those transcripts, when we read what went down in court, and we read what Nicki said that she was sending a PR person over to Jen to help Jen with her story. Why would she want to send someone over to help her with her story? Right. She admitted that she accepted the call because she thought it was about non-disclosure after Nicki publicly lied. I don't know all the ins and outs. You guys know it better than me, but I'm saying as far as what I've covered and what my commentary is on it, I don't feel as though anyone should be approached. That it, to me, that's you being on your high horse and your pedestal as Nicki Minaj, feeling as though I can approach a victim and get her to recant her story. Because you guys have to understand, her and Kenny knew what the fuck Kenny was going to be doing. They knew that they were going to be suing New York. They knew that Kenny was trying to get that shit overturned. So it was in their best interest to try to get Jennifer out the picture. But what y'all don't understand is this: it's not shit Jen can do because Jen did not sue Kenny. The state of New York sued Kenny. So none of that, it means anything. All of that shit they did to Jennifer would be null and void because Jennifer recanting her story means nothing. She didn't testify in court. She was not in court. The, the DA convicted Kenny. The state of New York convicted Kenny, not Jennifer. Jennifer gave a statement to the police, the school, all these people when the shit happened. She was not in court. She was not anywhere to be found during that testimony, during the trial that day, because she was not suing Kenny. The state of New York was. She was not even a witness. She wasn't even on the witness stand. Exactly. It was all planned a long time ago. They should have left Jen out of their plans, period. Because, see, this was the foolery of it all. They thought they needed Jen, but they did not need Jen because Jennifer was not the one that sued Kenny. The state of New York convicted Kenny. Jennifer gave a statement to the police. She gave a statement and rape kit and all that stuff at the time of the incident. The state took over the case. They're the ones that gave him a plea deal, and they're the ones that convicted him. Jennifer is nowhere in the court transcripts that day because she was not a witness. She came there to recant her story again that day because everyone was her family was against her. People in the neighborhood, they were being threatened and all of that. They brought her down to that courthouse thinking that if she will go down there like any other victim is made to do, when, like, say, when people get in fights with their boyfriend or their husband, domestic violence, and they try to take charges back. If the state has picked it up, if the state has picked it up, then there's nothing that you can do about it. When the state done pick something up, what can you do? The state picked it up. You ever seen a woman try to go and recant stories and they say, sorry, there's nothing you can do? The state got the state is trying him. The state is convicted him. I don't see anybody saying anything about that. What does that have? What does my personal life got to do with Jen? See, but that's what y'all do. That's the barbs. That's the mentality of y'all. Y'all are cuckoo. Y'all are delirious. Y'all are rude. Y'all are disrespectful. Y'all are shameful, and you need help. There is no reason to be attacking me. I don't give a fuck about Nicki Minaj. And Jen's life is not mine. I want her to get her justice. I would want any woman to get their justice. But I'm not going to lose sleep if something should go wrong with her case. So don't disrespect me because you're disrespecting yourself. You make yourself look bad when you disrespect me over a fucking celebrity that you don't know, because I'm going to sleep well at night. Up, thank you for the cash app. Thank you. Thank you for the uh, 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 uh. Thank you for the 50. I appreciate it. I ain't gonna dox you and scream out your name. Good evening, Universal T. Uh 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 ooh uh uh uh. I don't see y'all comments. I don't see y'all rudeness. You ain't bothering me. I'm gonna talk about what I wanna talk about. Uh 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 uh. Thank you for the cash app. And it continues, justice for Jen. It's not Jen's fault. Exactly. Like, none of it is my fault. I'm not going to lose any sleep because y'all panties is in a bunch. I'm gonna continue to get my money, just like Nicki gonna continue to get her money. She should have never attached herself to a fucking criminal. She should have never attached herself to a pedo, to a R word. She should have never attached herself to that. That's y'all queen. That's your queen. You ain't gonna be able to bring me down. I'm not gonna get worked up over you. I'm gonna do my damn content. I'm gonna talk about Nicki Minaj whenever I get ready to talk about Nicki Minaj. And I'm about beg for your approval, beg for your. That's why you're not up here and able to talk. You ain't able to call me names, and you're not able to do anything. You're blocked immediately. Go get you a channel and go call me whatever you want to call me over there. Go get your own channel and go get people to donate to you. Go get people to give you cash app so you can pay your rent. And actually, maybe you could put a profile picture to your emojis. Like, come on. Exactly. It was a bad career move. You can tell you see the type of fans that she has. The Barbs are some of the most nasty, delusional people on the face of this earth. They are nasty and ignorant. Nicki blames everyone but herself. She knew he was a scumbag. Knowing she had to deal with his mess. Like, don't get mad at me because she attached herself to someone that don't mean her no well. Like, he's not bringing her up, he's bringing her down. Have you noticed how her brand has been affected since she's been riding with him? It's obvious. Look what she's become. Look at her image. Look what she's trying to rebrand and going on press runs and going on interviews and everything. Girl, you still are attached to Kenneth Petty. Divorce him. Get rid of him. And then maybe we could talk about rebranding. Get rid of him first. You need to let him go. Like, you need to let him go. Girl. Like, you going on doing these press runs. Be honest. What the hell was she communicating with Jen? Why would she be sending her publicist to Jen? For what? For what? Recant her story? What do you need her to recant and refix? There's nothing that it wouldn't help at all. It's nothing she could do. The state of New York convicted Kenneth Petty. The state of New York. Jen wasn't even a witness that day. They didn't use her testimony. They already had it. They already had her statement. She didn't give no testimony in that court hearing that day. So what would she have been recanting? Oh, she would have went and told them that it never happened. And so the weapon that they recovered on the scene, where would they have explained that came from? Where would that have come from? They recovered the weapon. If you go look on the California registry and his case and everything, his the I can't say the R word case, they say that it was actual penetration and that there was an actual weapon used. So if you were going to get her to recant her story, but the state already had this stuff as evidence, how was that going to work? How was that going to work? Where did the weapon go? Child, please. But see, this is this when people want to try to take the law in their own hands, they're not educated on how the law works. They think because they got money that that's just going to do the thing. That's the ticket. Because I got money, I can get attorneys. But you don't even realize that Jennifer don't got shit to do with this. What you gonna buy? You can't buy the state of New York. You can't buy them damn DAs. You can't buy them people. And then they done found and brought up transcripts that shows that Kenny was at the SORNA hearing in 2004. What about that? He said that he didn't know anything about it. He said that he wasn't there. He was locked up. Thank you for becoming a member, Tammy. Welcome, girl. You've been trying to do it, girl. There she's. Welcome to the squad, my new sweetie. Welcome, Tammy. She been trying, girl. Yes. Finally. But what are you gonna what would like she don't have nothing to do with it. But see, when you're trying to take the law in your own hands and you don't understand how the law works, when a woman, like, say if, like I use that as an example, you're in a DV case, you got something like that going on. Your boyfriend and you done went through it. He gets locked up. You try to drop the charges. You go down to the police. He done been locked up. You try to go get him out. But you'll find out that the state done took the case over. But there's nothing that you can do because the state picked up the case. And then your man is telling you, go down. I thought I told you to drop the charges. They still got me locked up in here. And what did she say? Well, they said that they picked up the case. It's not nothing I could do. Oh, shit. Now I got to stay in here until my court date. That's the same thing. It might not be the same thing, the DV, like, but it's the same concept. The state picked up the case. Jennifer recanting her story means nothing. They have all the evidence, they have everything they needed, and they felt like it would have been worse for him had he not accepted a plea deal. We broke down those transcripts as well, and we broke down the information that shows that as well. That they felt had he went and took this to trial, he would have got up to 25 years. So they lowered it down to attempted, gave him the 2 to 4, and he got the probation, got out, and still registered as an SO. We went through that. We went through the paperwork. I can pull it again and go over it again, but I'm not. Just go watch the video. Who? Who said what we don't understand? Why you talk down to your subscribers? What are you talking about? We are having a conversation. What are you talking about? Girl, what are you talking about? We are talking, and I'm not talking to my subscribers. I'm talking to people that are talking about the case and about Jennifer. What are you talking about? Who is talking down to the subscribers? What are you talking about? Don't push narratives over here that's not true. We're having a conversation. What are you talking about? Where do you see me talking down to anyone? Where do you guys feel like I'm talking down to you? Am I talking down to you? Or was I explaining the difference between the DA picking up the case and Jennifer being able to do something about it? I don't. Are you okay? Are you all right, Helen? I don't. I don't know what. What are you talking about? I don't know. I don't get that right there. Um, but do you guys understand where I'm coming from? Did you get that analogy? I mean, I no, actually, I've saw her many times here. I'm surprised of that comment. I've seen Helen here a lot of times, so I don't understand where she's at. Um, I don't know. Really, I am asking sincerely because I don't understand that. But that's what we were trying to say is that there was nothing that Jen could do even if they wanted her to recant. What she would have been recanting, it would have been her statement to the police and the school and whoever she told when the shit happened that day. It doesn't matter what he pled to. A plea doesn't mean proof of guilt. A trial with evidence produced to get a guilty does. Then they would have at least had to prove it happened. Okay, so I don't know if you watched our video with the see, but every time I do a video like this and it's new people, it frustrates me a little bit because I wish I had the stuff I could just pull it up right then. But we went over this before. We went over it before with the documents, with the paperwork that shows this happened. They recovered the weapon that was used, which is why they had him plea. A plea is not because they cannot prove their case. A plea is because they actually can prove the case and they want to save the taxpayers' money by wasting money on a trial that they can actually prove that you are guilty of this. They're trying to help you as a young person not go away for such a long time. He would have gotten 20 up to 25 years for first degree because that's where it was at first. We showed that. They lowered it down to attempted R because it carried a lesser sentencing because they had overwhelming evidence. They had the weapon. The weapon was recovered on the scene. And they also stated that it was actual penetration that occurred. And we read the transcripts where he admitted to doing it. We have the transcripts from in the 90s where he admitted to doing it, that he forced himself on her and he did it to her. We have that. We read that. So it wasn't hearsay because Kenny admitted it. They have the evidence. They do it all the time. People get plea deals all the time. Please don't act like you don't know that. People get plea deals all the time. People plead guilt, they get offered plea deals all the time because it saves tax. It's all different reasons why people get offered plea deals. But they had the weapon, they had evidence that it was done. They have the damn weapon. And they have Kenny testimony that he did it. And he described how he did it. We read it. You have to go look at the previous videos because we have the paperwork. They give pleas when they don't have a strong, that's not, sometimes they do, but sometimes they don't. It all depends. That's not true. You cannot use that as a blanketed statement. That's not true in every case. You can't use that for every case. It might be true in some cases, but this case is not true because we looked at the paperwork. I wouldn't be cloaking for something if I didn't see it. I only go off of what I see in Pacer. I don't be doing stuff. I'll give my commentary. That's one thing. That's why I say, I got the receipts. That's why I say that. People don't like it. People want to try to twist narratives all day long, but we're known for looking at the paperwork. We read from the court documents. We also showed that Kenny and Nicki are actually married. They are actually married. We show by their tax documents. So even and people say that I don't like Nicki. I be hating on Nicki, but I proved that I was the only blogger over here that showed that she was married. I proved that she was married. We showed that she filed her tax documents one year and it wasn't. And then the next year, Kenny was on it. No, I'm not confused. I'm not confused at all. I am not confused. No, you're confused. If you're innocent, I wouldn't try to help do their job and help save tax money. I'm innocent. I didn't do it and I'm fighting. Exactly. It's a plea. If they're making you say you did something that you may or may not have done. Kate, listen, I don't I'm there is some cases where people have pled guilty to things that they didn't do. They have also had confessions because they were tired under duress and they have admitted to things that they didn't do. That doesn't apply in this case. That does not apply in this case. That does not apply in this case. He did this. He said he did it. They recovered the weapon. Why are you not why are you glossing over things that I'm telling you? They recovered the weapon. You're deleting comments. They I'm that's the person's name. You're deleting comments. They have the weapon. They recovered the weapon on the scene. When they went there, Kenny was there with the weapon. Are you listening to that? Kenny was there with the weapon. They had the weapon. They recovered the weapon. We showed that with the documents. And Kenny in the transcripts admitted it. So, Dee Dee, this live is actually for us to, talk with people that are on both sides. I like having debates and discussions. You know, people need more of these. We need to be able to talk freely. I'm actually glad that there's someone here that is on that side. Just want to, it's not my job to turn you into a believer. It's just my job to get you to be respectful. That's all I'm asking you to do. You don't have to believe my side of it. I don't got to believe your side of it, but that's what makes the world go round. Everybody have difference of opinions. We don't have to start cutting low and hitting below the belt. We can agree to disagree at the end of the day. Teresa says these people want to believe what they want to believe. It's true. Mimi says a plea is in a defendant's favor to avoid a longer sentence, and that is why it happened. She says she was cut on her face and stomach. Now, I never seen her say she was cut on her face. I never seen that. I saw that there was a stomach injury, but I never saw anything about a face. Where's the evidence of that? And did they get DNA off that knife? So that's in the court documents that they recovered the knife. And I forget which California registry thing it is, but we pulled it up. I would have to go and look for it. I can't think of what the name of the website was, but it is a government website, and it shows that it was what level of R it was, and that there was a weapon used, and what type of weapon was used. It said that it was a knife used. No, I didn't. What I had was not on daytime tea time. It was from the California actual website, a government website. I like daytime tea time, no offense, but I don't use stuff from other bloggers' channels. When I do things, I get it from the court, like a website that is a government website. I don't use other people's videos. She never mentions the face cut again after that. Oh, okay. That's why you never heard it. Her story changed quite a few times since then. Yeah, I never heard anything about a face cut. He pleaded guilty to the charge. Why would they need DNA? But see, this is a thing. Even if they had it, you still would have something to say. We just proved that the man said that he was not in the 2004 court SORNA hearing, but they had to bring out transcripts to show that he was there. So it doesn't matter what people say, people are going to still believe what they want. The evidence could be staring them right in the face, and you guys think of something to come back with. She put it on Daytime's channel. So what do you mean it's still from Jennifer? Are you talking to me? Are you talking to somebody in the comments? Because I didn't see that. For evidence. Why? I mean, maybe you guys are talking back and forth. I don't know. Because I don't know. I don't know. He made a plea or agreement. Mimi says, duh, no one knows what evidence they had due to the plea agreement. The case was never presented. They had no evidence, no rape kit, no nothing. That's not true. Where are you getting your information from? That's not true. We just told you that they had the knife. They recovered the knife. They recovered the weapon. And Kenny stated he pressed it into her stomach. He stated it. He stated this. It is in the transcript. He stated that. Oh my God. Mm. I don't know. I don't know. You deleted comments. I don't know, honey. I don't know what is going on with you. They don't need, first off, I don't know what the narrative is about the rape kit. I'm not going to test the things that I don't know. I don't know. Was there one or not? I don't know. I thought I heard someone say that there was one. I don't know. I was not there. The only paperwork that I can attest to is what I read and what I saw and what they have in the court documents that is on Pacer right now. And the 94 testimony from Kenny is that he did this. They recovered the knife. He is admitted to doing it. Okay. He's admitted to doing it. This isn't a TV show or anything like that. There's certain things that they do and they follow for court. So if you're going to take a plea deal, they don't have to put on a case. They don't got to go collecting evidence. They don't got to go getting DNA. They don't have to go request, where's your rape kit? Now, I'm going to tell you how this works. So since people want to get technical, when you get raped, okay, there's something called special victims unit. The special victims unit has to come. Okay. The actual hospital itself does not do the rape kit. The special victims unit does that. So that's a whole nother uh what do you say, agency. So it says, what evidence, Darren's, I like that name, Darren's. What evidence did Jennifer provide? The case only made it that far because Jennifer's side wanted a default judgment because Nicki didn't respond in time. That's why they were arguing. So, Jennifer provided initial evidence to even be able to file a lawsuit. She made it past the preliminary stages. If her case was frivolous and she didn't have a lawsuit, it wouldn't have made it as far as it made it. It made it as far as it made it because her case was valid and it stood. It had legs to stand on. The reason why a default judgment was they were entertaining that is because neither one of them responded to the lawsuit, and to this date neither one of them has responded to the lawsuit. They issued other paperwork, a notice to appear, that like the lawyers notices to their intentions to appear as counsel, all of these things, different paperwork that they entered. However, they never entered what their intention was for the case. They never officially answered to the lawsuit. They had all these other documents that they were entering. They never officially responded to the lawsuit. A response to a lawsuit is what it's a brief, it's a motion of what you intend to do. How do you intend to defend yourself? That's number one. Number two, evidence comes in the discovery phase of a trial. We never got to the discovery phase because Jennifer voluntarily dismissed her case. You can't give out evidence when you're not there yet. She gave initial things like, the correspondence about the Marshall. They had that. Nicki and them gave that. The Marshall text that Jennifer said the Marshalls was at the door. Jennifer gave evidence about being harassed, showing indirectly through Black and the Instagram posts and the Queen radio statement and all of the uh fans harassing her. And she was suing directly and indirectly. She was stating that she was being harassed by Nicki Minaj and Kenneth Petty directly and indirectly. So when you say indirectly, you're saying that other people are also harassing you because of these people. They're acting as agents of these people. So Jennifer showed a lot of evidence. She had a lot of evidence to back up her preliminary claims. Now, if we had gotten any further, there would have been additional evidence that would have had to been entered at the time for the discovery, but we never got there. The case never made it that far. Okay. I mean, hence why he took the plea deal, because they had evidence against him, and had he went to trial and found guilty, which he knew he would have been, so he took the plea agreement. And we showed that. Like, I'm not going to get back on the computer and pull up no damn evidence. We did that. I'm not doing that every video. I think people want that every video. We're not going to show the same documents over and over and keep repeating ourselves over and over. You got to go watch the other videos and see those documents. We showed that. We showed proof that they were married. I showed that they got the tax documents. I also showed proof that in 94 he admitted to doing this. They recovered the weapon. The plea deal was given because they had an overwhelming a case against Kenny, overwhelming case against him, and they said if he had took it to trial, he would have gotten at least 25 years. Okay, and so there are stages to cases. We showed that there was someone that sued Nicki Minaj. There was someone that sued Cardi B. These cases were frivolous. When you file a lawsuit, you issue the complaint. You have to pay a filing fee. Then your complaint goes before the judge. The judge reads it and looks it over to see if there is like if this is you have basically a leg to stand on. If they find that it is not merit, that it is frivolous, they throw it out right then and there. It'd be like the third day. It doesn't make it that long. Oh, Laverne, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for the $100, Laverne. We love you, sweet pea. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much. But that's what you guys have to understand. Like, you can't put your thinking cap on as it pertains to what you see on the first 48. You got to put your thinking cap on to how do lawsuits work in the court of law, whether you like me or not, whether you like Nicki Minaj or not, whether you like Jen or not. You have to go by how things legally work in a court of law. You can't be hating on a person just because you don't like me. You got to be honest. That's just how it goes. We don't know what more evidence was going to be presented. We did not get there. We didn't get to the discovery phase. It doesn't, what you see in 48 minutes on your favorite court show. Unfortunately, court cases take a long time. Look how long Cardi B and Tasha K's case dragged out. If she did not have a case, she would have not made it as far as she did. If the judge did not feel that her claims were valid, he would have thrown it out It don't work like that. Like, oh, they're just entertaining her. It doesn't work like that. Now, let's talk about, since someone brought up the default judgment, she wanted to win by default. She did not, her intention was not to win by default. You don't go in a court case asking to win by default. She wanted to win by default because they did not respond to the court case on time. They did not issue their motion as to what their intentions were. When someone files a complaint against you in court, legally you are bound to hire counsel and defend yourself. And you have to do that by issuing a response to the lawsuit. Not an intention on what your lawyer is going to be. Not you need to file a motion to be able to go get a leave, to file a letter. Not those things. Nicki Minaj and Kenneth Petty still to this day did not file an answer. They stalled and stalled. Oh, we didn't. They first tried to act like they didn't get the summons. They tried to say that the court that the what's the guy's name? The damn. What is that damn? What is the name of that? The person that delivers the I can't even think of the name. But the person that they tried to say, that the person that, delivers your summons to you, that they didn't deliver, they didn't get served. So they tried that. They said that he came to the door, thought that that was Kenny, but that was not Kenny. Therefore, they weren't served. Definitely didn't put it in Nicki's hands because she wasn't there. And his name was Diaz. And Diaz said that he delivered it. He looked at Kenny through the door and said, okay, if you don't want to take the summons from me, I am dropping it right here in front of the door. And you can, the process server. Thank you, Dee Dee. The process server. Thank you, Universal Tea with Marie. Hey, Marie. The process server. He said that he looked at Kenneth and he dropped it in front of the door, left it in front of the door like, hey, here it is. I'm sitting it right here on the doorstep. You don't want to accept it from me. And because that is her husband, he can also leave Nicki's there. And they said that that is a legal serve. Okay. So they first tried that. They tried saying we didn't get served. They issued a motion about that. That still is not what is your intent on this lawsuit. So they still never filed a response. They filed all these different, go look it up for yourself. Go on Pacer and look at the docket. Look it up for yourself. There has never been an official response about what they intend. Just because there are papers on the docket from Nicki and Kenny, they are not responses to the lawsuit. They are who my legal counsel is. They are Nicki needs a leave to go ahead and file a letter of that. Still, it is not. So what Jen said, she wanted to win by default because they did not respond. And they didn't do any of the who their lawyers intends to be, none of that till after the deadline. And if that had been anyone else, they would have lost their lawsuit by default. Because the rules are, if there is a deadline to file an answer to a lawsuit, and if you don't, then the court clerk issues a certificate of default. You go pick it up from the court, and then you file that to the judge. Hey, judge, the court clerk issued a default judgment. Can you please honor it and enter it into the docket? This does not come from the judge. That did not come from the court. So she wasn't asking that her case be, that the judge ruled on it. They were waiting for the default judgment from Nicki Minaj. They only gave it to her for Kenny. Why would they do that? Why, if they both were late, why didn't Nicki get the same treatment as Kenneth Petty? They issued her one for Kenny, but they didn't issue her one for Nicki. And they both were late. They gave some excuse about Nicki. They said that um uh the courts were overwhelmed. They didn't have enough staff on hand, so they didn't do Nicki's in time. And so that gave them more time for her lawyer to enter in some other paperwork. And then they did that. And the judge was like, well, we're not going to issue we're not, the clerk said, we're not going to issue a default judgment for Nicki because the lawyer entered in this paperwork and he entered it in a couple days after the deadline. But Tyrone's argument was, well, if they had been properly staffed, then they would have issued the default judgment. This doesn't have nothing to do with me and my client. So you need to issue it like you did with Kenny. We went over that. We went over the paperwork. You guys remember that? Like, we did all these videos. We did all those updates. So that's why Jennifer was asking to win, because they did not file in time. And so what the court said was, well, because you are asking for this and it is a substantial amount of money, we're not going to, entertain it for Nicki, but they entertained it for Kenneth Petty. See, it just doesn't make sense. So Dee says, and they can't blame it on the Rona. We didn't even know her yet. And Tyrone needs to go wait for, but shut up, Dee. Oh, your migraines feeling better? Oh. So, yeah. Good night, Marie. But yeah, you guys, I mean, everybody has their own opinion about it, I myself, I would not have entertained no goddamn conversation with Nicki Minaj about my, me recanting anything. If I'm a rape victim and this happened to her, I wouldn't have been entertaining. I wouldn't have had no conversations about recanting my story. I would have been like, wouldn't even have been taking no phone calls from her. Like, what it is that what do you and I have to discuss? We don't have anything to discuss. And Nicki admitted herself that she was sending her PR over there to she was sending her PR over there to help her with her story. I mean, okay, she can do that all she wants to. The state had what they had, and he already done accepted the deal, did the time. It's done. How can you reverse something that he done already accepted the deal, did the time for? But this was all in the plan. They thought that it was all going to work out. You don't see the plan. Okay, so it's just a coincidence that he then ended up filing a lawsuit against New York, stating that his rights were violated, that his due process was violated, that he was just a young black boy being pressured into accepting a plea deal. Also lied and said that once all of this happened, 2004, he was locked up and didn't even know he had a level 2 a SORNA hearing about his status as an S offender. He said he didn't know anything about it. Said that the paperwork went to the Inwood address, but he didn't sign it because he was locked up. He didn't know nothing about it. And hearing yet, we just read testimony tonight where he was actually at the hearing in 2004. He was there and had no objections to his level 2 status. In fact, his representative said she spoke with him and explained everything to him, and he had no objections. And the judge said, are you Mr. Petty? He said, yes, sir. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. No, but all you guys can do is try to hit somebody below the belt, like you're gonna make me or break me, like your nasty comments is gonna make me cry, or they're gonna make me get off the live, or they're gonna, what is it gonna do? Look, my people throwing money. Look, Laverne, she threw me $100. Somebody gave me a $50 cash app. Like, what are you gonna do? What is that going to do? Being nasty, where does it get you? This is what gets me about the Barbs. Every time I do an update about this, every time we do a video about this court case, you guys come out and rearing your nasty, ugly heads. Disrespectful, dirty. That's the type of fans you are. That's the type of fan she has. It speaks to the level of her. If you ever look at the top, it trickles down. Look at the top and look at the people that follow the top. If the people are grimy and nasty, 9 times out of 10, your leader is the same way. That shit trickles down. She was just out there encouraging Kenny to beat the damn security's ass at the concert. She threw her shoe at the damn man. They done broke the man jaw up, busted the man jaw up. He needed 6, 8 surgeries to get his jaw fixed. This is the type of shit they do. Intimidating people, stomping people out, beating people up, throwing up gang signs. Proud to be a bully, proud to be that type of a person. Proud. And then that's the energy y'all give when y'all come over here. And all I'm doing, yeah, they low level demons. Exactly. They come over here and all it is I'm doing is just reporting and blogging and giving an update on a court case. They got to be dragging me and talking about my personal life. What the hell my personal life got to do with Nicki Minaj and Jen? I don't got nothing to do with that. I'm not getting no money from neither one of them. I am just giving my commentary on how I think and how I view it based off of what the court documents that we have in front of us. If you don't like it, then go to someone else that is giving you the narrative that you want to hear. You don't have to get nasty with me. But then I bet you I'll catch these same people over on the live where they talking about black women and unity and all this, and y'all will be down in them comments talking about we need to love each other more. We need to get together. Black people need to stop and all this. But y'all be the first ones over here when somebody is talking about Nicki Minaj and talking about Kenneth Petty. Let me tell you a little bit about Nicki Minaj. Let me tell you a little bit about Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj could have done way better than Kenneth Petty, but she chose that because that's the energy that she wants. People think that Nicki Minaj is better and could do, I even had to check myself. Oh, Nicki Minaj is better. She could do better than that and all this and this. That. Nicki, don't let it fool you. Nicki Minaj is just as much a part of that shit with Kenny than he is. Nicki Minaj is down with that shit. She might be driving the chariot. She's no angel. Nicki Minaj is not being coerced. She is not being bribed. She is not being led astray. She is not a victim of nothing. Nicki Minaj is very much involved with Kenneth. All that uh banging and all that shit. Nicki is down with that. She is down with that. She likes that persona. She likes that image. The goons and all. She likes that. She is probably driving the car. She ain't the passenger. She's probably driving the car. Kenny's the henchman. She wanted a henchman. She could have had people in the industry and look, she had Meek, she had Nas. She could have had people in the pretty boys and people in the industry. She wanted a goon. She wanted a criminal. She wants that. That's what she wants in her life. I had this, I'm like, oh, she's Nicki Minaj, she's a celebrity. She a multi-million. She could do better. That's y'all queen. Don't y'all want better for y'all queen? But I had to say, you know what? This what she want for herself. Yup. She wanted an attack dog, so she married Kenny. Absolutely. That's what she wanted. She wanted a goon. She wanted a henchman. She loves that. She want the real thing. She got what Meek said. Oh, Meek, he ain't hard enough. Yeah, he got a little gangster in him. She want that real deal. So she reached in her past and got her the real deal. She knows Kenny and what he's about. That's what she wanted in her life. She wants someone she can drag along and bring along. He ain't got no money, he need her for the money, but he gonna be on go when she say be on go. She likes that. It's all about control and power. She likes that. Yep, someone to do all that dirty work like the mafia coward. She hides behind the goons. She is not innocent. She loves bums off the corner. That girl ain't innocent. That girl she knows exactly what she's doing. That's what gets me about her. It's like, girl, you didn't have to put yourself in none of this. Fuck you doing in this. You did not have to put yourself in it. This narrative didn't even need to come to the press. It didn't even need to come to the forefront. But again, my opinion, that's how I feel. And I'm going to keep doing the videos. I'm going to keep doing the updates. Every time I get tea on it, I'm going to keep bringing it to my people. If you don't like it, don't watch. Every time you get disrespectful, you're going to be blocked. Now, I'm going to tell you something about YouTube. If your comments are being held for review, then you must be saying something that is triggering YouTube. There are trigger words that will hold up comments for review. I'm not doing it. And I will show you a screenshot of all the comments that are in my bucket for review. And I cannot see them unless I get on my desktop. You cannot see it on the app. The only comments you can see are the ones that are posted, that are approved. I have to actually sit down at my computer and go to a section held comments for review in desktop mode. That's the only way you can get to it. Just like the join button. You can only see that in desktop mode. Now on the app and everything, I don't know how you get to it, but it's on the home screen. There's only certain things. I can only add moderators or delete moderators from the desktop. I can add a moderator on the chat, but there's only certain things I can do, and I have to go through the YouTube desktop. So comments that are being held, I got to physically go get them. So you must have been saying something. You don't have to be doing cuss words. They're trigger words, stupid, but like just things. YouTube will flag your comment, just like they will flag my community post sometimes. If I'm saying something that isn't right, I think I put it up, and then when I go back, it's not there because there's certain words that YouTube just don't let you put up. And not all of it is cuss words. So when people say I'm deleting your comment, I'm not deleting your comment. If you see your comment and then it's gone, I deleted it. But if you don't, you posted a comment and you don't see it at all, that means that it never made it to YouTube. It never made it to the post. And I didn't see it either. It's sitting back there waiting to be reviewed. And I have to hit the check mark to approve it, and then it'll be seen. I can go ahead and take a screenshot right now and go downstairs in front of my computer and show you all the comments that are waiting. I don't have time to be blocking and deleting people. You think I just sit in front of my damn phone with the YouTube waiting and watching comments? No. I don't I ain't got time for that. But if I don't want something to be on my page, absolutely I'm going to delete it. I'm not going to be uh dragged and put down by people I don't know and let those nasty comments just sit there for people to read for what? So you could get off on it? Hell no. Some people's comments that are respectful, if it's a difference of opinion, they stay there. There's a couple up now that are there. Someone said that Jenna was just doing it for money. I left a comment there. It wasn't disrespectful, but it was their opinion. But when you start talking about me, my kids, you need to go take care of your child. You need to stop doing this. I'm not, what the fuck make you think I'm going to leave the comment up? You think I'm going to let you talk to me like that because you like Nicki Minaj, because you don't like Jen? I'm not going to allow you to abuse me because you don't like my opinion on Jen and Nicki Minaj's lawsuit. Again, weird, going too far. I don't know where the rule is written that I'm supposed to allow these comments to stay up. You got the wrong content creator. Right. Meek has too much to lose. Exactly. Just like Nippy, they wanted to blame old Bobby, but Nippy was already out there in those streets and she was the goon, the real lady goon. She got down in her own dirt and owned it. Now, how about that, Dee Dee? You ain't never lied. You ain't never lied. You told the truth right there. And that's usually how it goes. There's a lot of women that have turned men out. You know how many men have said, and I ain't trying to be smart, but they can be, when they addicted to drugs and things like that, they'll say, how did you get started? And 9 times out of 10, they'll say that it was a woman that got them started. It was a woman that turned them out. So it's not all the time is women the ones that are the innocent ones. Honey, they be driving the cars. And Nicki is driving that car. Okay. She driving that Lambo. Kenneth is just the passenger. Now he's got his shit with him. I'm not saying that he don't. But Nicki is not innocent. She is no victim. She is no victim. So, all right, guys, we have had a great night. We've done a lot of content. I think it was good. It was great dialogue. I appreciate the two people that came through and they were respectful. Um, I don't know. When are you trolls going to learn that you're not going to affect me? That your words don't affect me? When are you going to get tired? When are you going to get tired? You calling me names, you telling a narrative that you done heard over on someone else's channel? Dumb. We all know that the shit you're saying is lies. You know it's a lie when you say it. You just think that it's going to get under my skin. But you're not going to get under my skin. You're going to just keep watching me grow and glow. You're going to get tired of doing the same shit after a while. Either get on board, either shit or get off the pot. If you don't like me, then stay away. But your disrespect is not going to be tolerated. It's just not. My mods are either going to cut you in half or I am. My moderator's not going to stand for that shit to be up in the chat. They are henchmen. They cut it as soon as it get. That shit don't even stay up 2 seconds. We don't even give that shit time enough for people to read it. It's gone immediately. You don't have no win over here. You get no win. None. None. Now, Kenneth is going to jail. He's going to jail. And it would not surprise me if she divorced his ass while he's in jail. It wouldn't surprise me, but he's going to jail. New York is going to dismiss that goddamn case, and he's going to be going to jail for failure to register as an S offender. Period. Now, Sweepy, you know they ain't got no pot to even sit on. God! Dee Dee, I'ma hurt you. Kenneth going to jail, honey. Yes, I was watching her documentary also last night, and he said, like everybody else said, he only drank before her, and then he dipped in the little white cocoa powder and downhill from there. I know. You ain't gotta tell me. I heard that she was already dibbling with the white stuff before he came into the picture. I heard that the white stuff, the rock and everything was all her. She introduced with the smoking and stuff. That's what I heard. I heard she was already dibbling with it. She introduced it to him. I heard the same thing. Yep. And it don't surprise me. That's the same ancient story with these men, women turning them out. And the men, they want to do, because they think these drugs is party drugs. Oh, we going to have sex. We going to take it. We going to do these things and then we going to have sex. And that's how they get turned out with it because they be partying and sexing with them drugs. And that becomes their refuge. They be home partying and sexing and getting high. That's what they do together. That's what that's what they generally do. They be getting their little drugs and stuff and party, get their little hotel room, but with them, they got money. So they was up in suites and then they own, because the people said they was out in the pool house all the time. They guest house. That's where they was doing all they shit at. So and you heard her say on that Wendy Williams video, it was a drink her and Bobby drunk called the Bobby Brown. She said she wasn't going to say what it was mixed with. Okay. So, they did their little party and stuff. Yeah, she had a sweet tooth in her nose and needed that booger sugar. Stop it. But I'm getting ready to go, you guys. This was a nice little live, nice little after party. I'm going to keep doing the videos. So you guys might as well get used to them. I do not watch other bloggers that do them. I do not watch people try to debunk me. I don't. So y'all can waste y'all time. Y'all be talking at me, screaming at the video. I don't watch y'all. I don't know. I don't know what y'all rebuttals be. And I really don't care. Because I'm going to continue to do my commentary for the people that watch me and that enjoy me. And shout out to TS Eva. Shout out to Eva the Diva. Thank you for sending your subscribers and your supporters over to me. I appreciate it. I welcome you guys. Welcome to the Sweet Pea Diaries. We are definitely Team Jen. We are in favor of Jennifer. We definitely are. Now, will I lose sleep if she loses this case? Absolutely not. Am I going to disrespect people because I'm Team Jen and I err on the side of Jennifer? I'm a little bit, more sympathetic to her. Absolutely not. I'm not going to disrespect people because Jennifer is not my family. She's not anyone that I know. I've never spoken to her. I don't know her personally at all. But I am a little sympathetic to her because she's a woman. I'm a woman. I can sympathize with her situation. I can just imagine what it's like for people to drag you saying that you're trying to get money. Just like now, it's her birthday. She put her Cash App up because it's her birthday. What's wrong with that? Nothing wrong with that. But the narrative is, why is she asking for Cash Apps? She's trying to get Cash Apps because she wants money from people. Yeah, she does. She wants money from people because it's her birthday. And if you want money from people, from whatever, at least you're being honest about it. If I ask people for money because I'm going through something and I asked them to help me, we did that and that's over with. We paid our bill and we moved on. Ain't nobody supporting me and keeping me and keeping my bills paid but me. I work every day. I work 2 jobs. I have 2 jobs. I have a job I do at home as well as a job that I go out to, and YouTube. I have 3 sources of income as well as additional streams of income from my supporters in my promotion deals and things. I have different incomes that are starting to pick up and starting to come into fruition. We didn't have that a couple months ago. So God is good. God is blessing us because we are doing the right thing. I'm not trying to scam people out of no money. I don't have to because I'm honest and my heart's in the right place. All I have to do is ask. I don't have to scam. Scamming is when you don't tell people that you want money from them and you manipulate them into giving you money. That's scamming. But when you are honest and you ask someone for something and they give it to you because of who you are, that means I'm a straight up individual. People give me something because of who I am. That's not scamming. That's people wanting to support, wanting to invest in someone they like. Some of y'all wish y'all had that. Don't hate on me. I'd rather Cash Apps than hit that corner or fans, only fans doing something strange for a little change. And there's a lot of people doing that. Jumping on the OnlyFans and they got an OnlyFans and they selling pictures on OnlyFans or selling they behind for $4.99, planning they behind for $5. Just ask, you got subscribers, just ask somebody for $50. Hey, I need gas money. Or hey, I'll need something. I'll pay you back. If you're going to pay it back, pay it back. But if you want it to be a loan, you're going to pay it back, do that. If you want it to be an upfront donation, say it's a donation. But just be honest with people. It is nothing wrong with honesty. Y'all are used to these YouTubers getting up here pretending to be rich. There are no rich YouTubers, especially when you only got 2,000 subscribers or 5,000, 12,000, 13,000. We're just like y'all, working mothers, working wives with children, with a household, with bills. A YouTube channel ain't paying no goddamn bills, especially in this genre. So that's on you if you listen to these people and you deduce that they got money because of YouTube. That's your stupid ass, because you should know that these people don't have no money. You should know that they are just like you. Why do you think that YouTubers are celebrities? Why do you think that? Why do you think that content creators are celebrities and that they don't have normal everyday struggles like you? Little bit of clout done went to people's heads, child, and y'all think that people are something that they are not. Me, I'm going to tell you, I live just like you. Now I'm pushing for better. I'm pushing for success. But right now, honey, it's given. I'm working 2 jobs, got a YouTube channel, and multiple streams of income. And we waiting on all that to build together to be something, to be a little empire. But right now, it's given. It's in the baby stages. It's in the infant stages. It's in the embryo stages, honey. We are building it. And so anyone that can donate and that can help us be great, we appreciate it, because it goes back into the channel. Laverne is one of our biggest supporters. She has always been a supporter, and I appreciate her. I appreciate God using her because she has been a blessing in my life. People like her is why I do the content that I do, is why I make sure I invest in my programs. I make sure my camera quality is great. I make sure that, I do my research when I do my videos, that I have receipts to back up what I'm saying, that, you know, I don't put up false shit, which is why I didn't let Essie Berry come up here and give her fake ass stories, because I have integrity. I'm not going to just feed my people anything. When we do our true crime stuff, we make sure it's researched. People like Laverne is why I do it. When I came up here and I needed help and I asked you guys, I was transparent and I told you I was going through something. You guys wasted no time. It was no hesitation. Boots was to the ground. What we got to do, Sweet Pea? What's up? What you need? What's up? And I appreciate that, because I would do the same thing. I have done the same thing on YouTube for people that I didn't know. I have done the same thing. I have never had nobody tell me on YouTube that I was a bum, that you're begging for money. I've never, you know how hard it was for me to let people know that that I needed help. I always was known for being the one that had it, being the one that had great quality, had a great show, had a great production, didn't need for nothing. Didn't need money from nobody. Wasn't asking for nothing. Sweet Pea don't charge for nothing. We can come over there and get free receipts. I was known for that. Do you know how hard it was for me to have to tell people I needed help? But closed mouths don't get fed. How the fuck somebody supposed to help you if they don't know you need help? So ain't nobody going to shame me for that. You're not going to shame me because I decided to open up my mouth and get help from my supporters. Shit, I seen people up here asking for money for way worse than that. People asking for money for BBLs, for enhancements, for surgery so they can get their teeth white, all kinds of shit. People got GoFundMe for. So chaba. Again, if they had the money they claim they do, they wouldn't be on YouTube every day starting mess. Sound more like broke, miserable people. Exactly. Yes, because you're our baby, Sweet Pea. Ain't going to be eating nobody's ramen noodles and shit. Oh, yes, because our baby Sweet Peas ain't going to be eating nobody's ramen noodles and shaved cheese. Thank you, Dee Dee. Oh, she said our baby Sweet Peas. I know, I know that's right. That just touched my heart. Oh, mm, oh. Shit, y'all made it happen and I appreciate it. Laverne was on deck. Look, oh, oh my God. Laverne. 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 Oh, Laverne. Oh my God. Oh my God, Laverne. Laverne. God bless you, Queen. Oh my good Laverne. Oh, Laverne. Oh, Laverne. All y'all, hashtag Laverne with hearts, please. Please drop some hearts for Laverne right now. I ain't even going to tell you what Laverne just did. That is between me and Laverne. Please just hashtag Laverne and give her some hearts. Laverne is. Mm. When I tell you God is using Laverne, God is using Laverne. Please hashtag Laverne and just give her some hearts. Laverne, I love you, Queen. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. I love you, Laverne. I love you so much. Oh, God. Mm, 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 mm. I gotta get myself together. I can't even. I love you so much. I don't even know what to say. Laverne, I love you. Thank you so much. I love you so much. Mm. This woman is mm, I'm at law. I don't even know what to say. Thank you so much, Laverne. Mm, mm, mm. I love you. Mwah, 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 mwah. But you guys, I'm getting ready to go because she done just knocked my socks off. Okay, she done just knocked my socks off. All right, Laverne, I love you. I don't even know, girl. You done just shut it down. She shut it down. Just like she shut it down. Mm. See, the more dusty truths come in, the more God sends his angels around you. Yes, yes. Mm, mm, mm. Girl, 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 girl. Mm. But all I can say is, we're going to keep pushing out the content. And I appreciate you guys, everything. I thank you for all that you have done. If I don't need things, I don't ask, but it took a lot for me to do that. And I don't even know what to say. I'm just overwhelmed and I'm blown away at this point. She shut it down. Laverne is I love you, girl. You are truly an angel. She's sent from God. I know she is. She is. But you guys, that's all I got. It's been an hour and 40 minutes. I'm getting ready to go. I have to work in the morning. Makeup lover. Mwah. Maya. Mwah. Dee Dee. Laverne. The Queen. Queen Laverne. Sun Goddess. Maya. Dee Dee. Everybody that was here tonight. I love you guys. I'm getting ready to go. You guys be sure to makeup lover. Exactly. Keep talking, haters, because we are growing. We are growing. We are going we just gonna keep going. We just gonna keep exceeding. We're gonna keep going. We have a new sponsor that we will be adding hopefully next week. I am waiting, and this one is a black owned business. When I tell you, this young lady, she is sponsoring us. We have a contract that we are in the works with her and I exclusively. She is a black owned business. We are going to be pumping her products. When I tell you, she got some amazing products. I'm waiting on my package. And as soon as I get my package, we're going to pump her products on the Sweet Pea Diaries and going to get this queen some business. So we pushing on. So you guys like, share, and subscribe. Laverne, I love you. Sleep tight, queen. God, please send your angels around, be encamped about Laverne and her home. Please protect this queen. We ask that you give her health, prosperity, peace, joy. Lord, we just ask that your heavenly angels be encamped about Laverne, her home, her family. We ask that you continue to bless her, that you continue to keep her mind, her body, her soul, her spirit. We love you, Laverne. I love you. You guys, I'm gone. I love you. Bye.